Tra-la-la-bum-bum-digga-digga-doo. Here's a question just for you. Fuddle-daddle-diddle-dee-yoo-pee-I-yoo. Where, when, which, why, how, and who? If that's asking such a lot, shroom-pa-pa-piddly-pum, tick-tack-tot, then just simply guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pum. With Jan Rubeš. What a day for a scary story. I like scary stories, don't you? I know that you do, because the other day I was in a school and I asked my little friends what kind of story I should do on television, and most of them said, a scary story. And I said, what about then? And some of them said, about lightning. Are you scared of lightning? Oh, that was a big one. Well, I tell you, first, there's nothing wrong with being scared of something, and there is nothing wrong with being scared of lightning. For millions of years, that's a lot of years, people were scared of lightning. They didn't understand it. They thought maybe a god is up there who is angry and he's rumbling like... And on the west coast in Canada, the Indians believed there was a lady god, and they called her Thunder Woman, and they even had songs about her. This song, I know, is sort of a lullaby to a little Indian child. And if you listen carefully, it says something about a thunder woman. It goes like this. Nadu, nadu, do. Nadu, nadu, do. Nadu, nadu, do. Nadu, nadu, do. Kunadu, nadu, do. Nadu, nadu, do. This is what you are dreaming. Hold me, nurse me, and love me, so I may grow strong. And like my fathers, go to the stream for fishing, and find gifts for the Thunder Woman. Nadu, nadu, do. Nadu, nadu, do. Nadu, nadu, do. Kunadu, nadu, do. Nadu, nadu, do. Well, why are we scared of things? Well, mostly we are scared of things we do not understand. And how does one understand lightning? Well, since the beginning of the world, people could not explain lightning. Until one day, a man flew a kite. He was quite a famous man, and he lived in Philadelphia, in the United States. And he lived in the days when your great-great-great-grandfather was still alive. And he was interested in many, many things. Most of all, he was interested in scaring people. No, not really. But he had fun scaring young boys and girls and his neighbors in Philadelphia with electricity. You see, in those days, people didn't have electric lights. They didn't know much about electricity. And Mr. Franklin... Oh, shucks. I didn't want to tell you his name till the end. His name was Benjamin Franklin. And he made a machine that could make little amounts of electricity in his house. And he would invite his boys and girls and his neighbors, and they would be standing around the machine watching, and then Mr. Franklin would crank up the machine, and suddenly, wham, 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 sparkles were flying. And everybody was scared. And one day Mr. Franklin was looking out of his window, and it was just right after a storm. And he still saw some lightning way out in the distance. And he thought, That lightning looks very much like my sparks in the electric machine. Can it be that lightning is just electricity chasing through the sky? Well, how can I get there to prove it? I cannot get up there. And then he heard a song. Children were singing in the streets.
It rained a mist, it rained a mist, it rained all over the town, 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 it rained all over the town. And all the boys went out to play, flying their kites around, round, round, flying their kites around. At first the kite flew very low, and then it flew too high, 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 and then it flew too high. The wind was strong and took the kite and carried it through the sky, 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 and carried it through the sky.
Well, of course, if I cannot get up there, what can? My kite. And he made a kite, but not any kite. He made a kite with a special iron tip. And on a stormy day, he flew the kite. And at the end of the string, he attached one of his house keys. Well, the keys looked funny in those days, didn't they? And with the help of the key and his kite, Mr. Franklin proved that lightning is nothing but electricity chasing wildly through the sky. Not just a lady thunder woman. It is Mother Nature who makes lightning, and it is electricity. And Mr. Franklin then later invented the lightning rod, which protects our houses from lightning. But it doesn't protect you when you go out. So be careful when you go out during the storm. So Mr. Franklin was very lucky, because you should never fly a kite during a storm. He could have been killed from the lightning. He could have disappeared just like this. Better stay indoors during a storm. I fooled you, didn't I? Well, now you don't have to be scared of lightning because you know what it is. But still, don't be careless. In a big storm, you stay indoors and rather sing songs about storm and rain and mist.
It rained a mist, it rained a mist, it rained all over the town, 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 it rained all over the town. And all the boys went out to play, flying their kites around, round, round, flying their kites around. At first the kite flew very low, and then it flew too high, high, high.